The first president of Mozambique, Samora Machel, once said, "If one day you hear the Europeans praise me, know that I have betrayed you." I think he'd be worried by what the US president said about his Kenyan counterpart this week.
I thank President Ruto of Kenya. I thank him for his willingness to serve as the lead nation of a UN-backed security support mission. I call on the Security Council to authorize this mission now. The people of Haiti cannot wait much longer.
The West has a new darling with incredible Pan-African rhetoric. But words aside, the Kenyan president is actually advancing the interests of the West in Haiti, to the probable detriment of Africans there. Ruto has greenlighted a 1,000-strong police force deployment to the Caribbean island to help restore order and tackle gang violence. But it's a move criticized by Kenyans back home.
And Haiti, unfortunately, the Kenyan police are in big problems because Haiti has a long history of revolutionary war. Remember, that was the country that fought the first slave revolution. And they have been fighting the United States interference and their puppets for the longer time. Now, they are taking the policemen here who do not even know how to deal with a militarized population. So, we will only see more deaths of Kenyan policemen. But the United States do not want to take their boots on ground because they are fearing to have lost popular public opinion at home. Because when the dead bodies arrive from foreign lands, it is not easy for the United States government, especially when they are going to face an election. But if the dead bodies are leaving Haiti to Nairobi, there is no rage.
Haiti's problems today are a creation of the West, particularly the US and France. And it's paid a hefty price since freeing itself from slavery and colonial rule.
Haiti, they ganged up on Haiti, and they forced Haiti to pay reparations to France. Can you imagine that? Talking about reparations, they want to put me in prison by talking about reparations to black people, but they made black people in Haiti pay reparations to France for almost 100 years. And then they robbed, the U.S. Marines looted the treasury of Haiti, took all the gold out of the treasury and brought it to New York. And they talk about how poor Haiti is and how Haitians can't do it.
Even in recent times, the country remains choked by imperialism. Foreign interventions have been one of the tools. After the US overthrew popular leader Aristide and enacted a UN occupation in 2004, it only led to misery for Haiti's people. The UN peacekeeping force was responsible for the cholera epidemic that killed thousands, alongside mass rapes of Haitian children and deaths of countless others.
So they haven't been able to squelch, they haven't been able to stop the people's resistance in Haiti, no matter how much oppression that they've laid at their footsteps. The idea is through these forces, the forces that the Haitian people haven't called for. Again, it took them years to get rid of the last UN force. After demonstrations, after calling on the globe to take these forces that had just left in the last few years, and now they want to bring back these forces. These forces are not going to advance the masses of the people. And the idea that they're just trying to put a different face on it.
Kenya's government is about to be a willing enforcer of Western imperialism, and not for the first time. Biden's praise of President Ruto should be sounding alarms in Nairobi. As the organization Black Alliance for Peace aptly put it, at best, Kenya is allowing itself to be used in a violent line of neo-colonial puppetry that will inevitably result in more death and imperial plunder for the masses of Haitians. At worst, Kenya sees this as an easy opportunity to serve the colonial masters and win favor for political and financial needs.